In this video, we're going to be looking at some Bible courses that I've been taking. They've been put together by over 70 scholars, accredited by some of the biggest Bible colleges. This video here is about New Testament basics, and we're going to play a 3-minute video at the start to show us what exactly we'll be getting into in this course, and then afterwards we'll take a look at the course itself.
In Lesson 1, we saw that the New Testament is primarily about Jesus. He is the key figure. It's all about Him. In this lesson, we look at the Gospels, the 4 Gospels, which is the primary source of information we have about Jesus' life and ministry here on earth. 2 of those Gospels, Matthew and John, were written by eyewitnesses. They were there. In fact, in 1 John chapter 1, when John introduces his first epistle, he says this: "What was from the beginning, what we have heard, what we have seen with our eyes, what we have looked at and touched with our hands concerning the word of life. And the life was manifested, and we have seen and testify and proclaim to you that eternal life which was from the Father and was manifested to us." So John is saying we saw Him, we listened to Him, we touched Him. What a magnificent privilege it was. So when we read the Gospel of John, we understand that we're reading the record of somebody who was there, one of the apostles. Same with Matthew. Matthew said, "I didn't hear this from other people. This is my direct recollection of what I experienced with this magnificent man named Jesus." The Gospel of Mark, most people believe, was written by a young man who was Peter's assistant, a disciple of Peter. And so what we read when we read the Gospel of Mark is Peter's account, his recollections of the Gospel. And then Luke is a historian. Luke is a medical scientist. Luke is a careful researcher. Luke was not a Jew. Luke was not one of the disciples. So Luke's version says this is how an outsider sees it. But I'm not making this up. In fact, we read in the beginning of Luke's Gospel, as he introduced his writing, these words: "Inasmuch as many have undertaken to compile an account of the things accomplished among us, just as they were handed down to us by those who were from the beginning eyewitnesses and servants of the word, it seemed fitting to me as well, having investigated everything carefully from the beginning, to write it out for you in consecutive order, most excellent Theophilus, that you may know the exact truth about these things you have been taught." So Luke says, I investigated everything very carefully, and it's my attempt in my gospel to give you a clear, accurate account of this life of Jesus Christ. So these 4 Gospels, 2 written by eyewitnesses, 1 written by a disciple of an eyewitness, the 4th written by a careful researcher, give us a clear and accurate record of the life of Jesus Christ while He was here on earth.
So that was the introduction to the course, and in the next video we're going to be taking the course itself.